This just in news presents Irresistibles Bombing Run.
All right, it's another episode of Bombing Run. Yeah, and I'm your host, General A.A. Ron. Wow, another week's gone by, and what happened? At least I got out on a plane. I don't know. Oh wait, too soon? I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, well, at least my military experience is just bombing on stage. That's why I'm General A.A. Ron, because I've bombed the most. More than you guys, anything combined. Yes. I've been on enough Zoom mics where I've heard crickets. And they were right here next to me. I had to stomp on them. Anyways, this is how the show works. 3 comedians compete against each other. They all 3 get 5 minutes. And my mysterious judge decides who's Joke Race first place, second, and third place. Joke Race gets to be on my Saturday show, This Just In News Comedy Club, which is on every other Saturday now at 7 p.m. Eastern. I want you guys, please welcome my glorious judge tonight, Vlad The Inhaler. Let's give him a big, warm round of applause. Yes, I found him at a vape store. A Russian vape store. Yes, I know it's weird to have a Russian vape store in Detroit, but you know what? It's okay. He says, I know some comedy, y'all. I'm like, okay. I didn't fight with him. He was pretty intimidating. He's like 6'5". He was blowing smoke like a dragon. I'm like, okay, you know comedy. I'm good. I wasn't there trying to inhale. I was just trying to get out of there. I don't know what happened. I walked in the wrong place thinking it was a pizza joint with all the smoke coming out of there. So, with all that being said, let's get to our first contestant, shall we? Let's welcome Andy Tillinghast, please. Woo, 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 woo.
General Sergeant at Arms, Vlad The Inhaler. It's a pleasure to be here. You might recognize me from YouTube. I've got a video there with over 20,000 comments. Anybody know what Fat Burger is? The Triple King Challenge. It says you have to eat this big, disgusting burger with just 1.5 pounds of meat and everything on it in like 10 minutes. The comments are great. This is why I hate America. Americans are fat and lazy. This is what's wrong with that country. I was actually the biggest terrorist recruiting tool before this week happened. So another thing you might know about me, I can't relax the muscles in my neck. I'm like Molly Shannon, superstar. I look like I'm in perpetual need of a massage, but I can't find anybody to touch me. What's going on overseas right now? It's absolutely crazy. As a veteran, I just want to say, I think this is apolitical. You have one caveat there, always bring everybody home safely. And so that's where my thoughts are on that right now. Reuters came out and said that Biden's approval rating dropped to its lowest ever because of what's been going on this week. Oddly, it went right back up after Trump started talking. There's a whole lot of, well, at least he's not that guy. We're supposed to trust the Taliban right now. Have we ever been able to trust the Taliban? The people who planned the incursion, the 5 people that were released in the Bo Bergdahl prisoner swap in 2014, what did they say back then? No, we're not going back into terrorism. Wink. No, we're supposed to trust him now. That's okay. The news, it's super crazy right now. CNN had on that My Pillow guy to talk about the evidence on the election. Guess what? No fraud in the election. Big surprise. What I'm surprised about, the guy's a crackhead. Okay, and he's telling far-fetched story. Now, what's changed here in the last 40 years? People are starting to listen to crackheads. Do you know what you used to tell a crackhead 40 years ago when he'd tell a crazy story? You used to say, man, you're just a crackhead. Nobody listened to him. But apparently now we cover him in the news for 6 months. Still, the dude may know something about pillows. You know, a phrase that's never been heard? Wow, look at that calm crackhead. If there's actually a pillow out there that can help a crackhead get a good night's sleep, I want to check into that pillow. Heck, that could be my pillow. That could be your pillow. Could be all of our pillows for $29.95. Just not on QVC though. What else is going on in the news? Dolly Parton, she's releasing a novel, not a pop-up book. Anybody hear that? Fox News is reporting that Batman's sidekick Robin is coming out as bisexual. Not that there's anything wrong with that. CNN is reporting that he's just gay. What I'm not surprised about, they can't even agree on this story. And it's a little weird that I actually want to know which one's right. And does Batman have anything to tell us? A rumor came out that said Jennifer Aniston is actually dating David Schwimmer in real life. Now, this may not be true, and I can't decide which one's worse for Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston's famous for having all sorts of relationships fail, and that's actually the theme of the Friends show, and even in the song. Remember, your life's a joke, you're broke, your love life's the away. Sometimes you're always stuck in second gear, and when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year, then I'll be there for you. But now apparently Ross isn't even there for Rachel, so I feel kind of bad for her right now. Tesla today unveiled plans for a 5'8", 125-pound robot. Now that one I take ownership of. I know a senior systems engineer. I trained him. The guy's just a sicko, so I apologize for that. Speaking of weird, creepy things, OnlyFans came out and said that they're going to start taking off risque content in October. They're going to allow nude photos, but nothing sexually explicit. Now, I don't know a whole lot about OnlyFans. I'm not sure what that actually is. So if any guys can help me. So Jennifer Lopez is actually dating Ben Affleck again. And this is maybe one of the weirder things for me. I've had 2 relationships fail. Marriages can break up for anything. They can break up just because you're sick of listening to the same person over and over and over again. Okay. They made the worst movie ever. Imagine looking at that. Thank you, guys. That's my time.
All right, let's give it up for Andy Tillinghast. And Andy, turn on your mic so I can ask you where we can find you on social media.
I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram, on Facebook. I'm breaking into this though, so my social media thing has a lot to be desired, just like my comedy.
Okay, so where do we follow you on Twitter? Just by your name?
Just look up my name. Yeah, Andy Tillinghast. You can find me on all of those things.
Cool, sweet. Thank you so much, Andy. Oh my gosh, you know what? I did have a My Pillow, but I realized why I was having so many shakes, because it's just made out of crack. Shredded crack. That is what it is. I had to get rid of it. I got a Pillow Cube. Now, you guys might like Pillow Cube. Please sponsor this show. Anyways, it's a great, great pillow. If you're a side sleeper, it's an awesome pillow. All right, Vlad The Inhaler. Don't choke on your puff there. What are you ready for the next comedian? I don't understand. He's typing in Russian. Oh, now he's typing in American. Oh, good. Thank you so much. All right, let's go to our next comedian tonight. The second comedian up to the stage is Kristine Knowlton.
Hello, it's great to be here, General. And Vlad, see me after the show. So I'm here to talk to you today about vows. Yes, vows, like as in wedding, not as in vows. But you know what? Come to think about it, I could get down with vows too. That's right. A-E-I-O-U. Sometimes Y. Sometimes Y. Just sometimes Y. Which I think should be included by now. Like, why separate the Y? I mean, I get that it's spread, but why separate it? I mean, did it do something wrong? I mean, maybe one time the vows were having a party and the Y just couldn't be trusted, or even something worse. Like they got drunk and they tried to merge with the I. I don't know. But the group got together the next day. They had to talk with Y, and they said, Y, you're out of the group. Now, you know, the Y's got to hang back and only sometimes included. So now that I've gotten off the beaten path here, let's get to vows. one thing I'm glad about is that I never took my wedding vows, and I'm not sure if I ever will. This is a good thing, not a bad thing. That and wedding vows are like completely outdated these days. Like I know that they still have some of the originals in there, but I, for one, have never been baptized, and I don't plan to be. So a church wedding of any kind is pretty much out. Plus, I would probably burst into flames, start a fire, and probably burn the joint down. Also, I'm bi, I swing both ways, and I won't get married in a place that, still uses man and wife. If I did, I would totally opt for the man role, because a lot of times I do think with a certain body part, I might not have a physical one, but it's definitely there. Also, priests are also so nosy. I mean, they ask questions like, will you accept children lovingly from God and bring them up according to the law of Christ and his church? Like, first back it up. Okay, accept children lovingly from God. If that could happen, what would I need a husband for? Mm-hmm. Pretty good for someone who's never been baptized, right?
Yeah.
And the ever classic, have you come here freely without reservation to give yourselves to each other in marriage? Like, buddy, like, we're only doing this to get health care because, Jersey sucks. That's where I'm from, by the way. And frankly, the only reservation I want is the one to go to Texas Roadhouse. I mean, their rolls and cinnamon butter are so amazing. Just put some steak on my wedding registry. Living the life. I mean, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die happy. So I'm just glad they got rid of the love, honor, obey. Like I said, it's like I'm bi. That wouldn't go too well. But I was engaged, unfortunately, to a male. We'll just call him that for this segment. I mean, love and honor aren't bad, unless you mentally abuse someone so bad that they can't feel like anything like most days. But let me, bring this back up here. But why go through with those vows when you can get the first two for free? Now, obey is the only scary one, because that is like the female dog of all vows. So, which neither one of my parents were any good at, except for, well, I should say my mom was, but my father was a cheater. So if obey meant cheater, he would win a golden trophy. So, I mean, if that happened, if that ever happened to me, then I would have to, say, obey my foot in your bum for all eternity. But they definitely need to update their vows. Like, do you promise to actually pee in the toilet and not beside it? You vow to replace the toilet paper roll when it has become empty. Do you vow to take out the trash before it grows legs and walks out on its own? How about this? Do you vow not to eat the last bit of chocolate when it's that time of the month? And my personal favorite one, it goes with this one. Do you vow not to drink the last of the wine and not replace it because one of us has a drinking problem and it's definitely me? Well, I'm Kristine Knowlton. Thank you and have a great night.
All right, let's give it up for Kristine Knowlton. And Kristine, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me at Linktree. Kristine.Knowlton. You can find me Kristine Knowlton on all social medias. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, oh Lord, TikTok. I've joined them all. Twitter. So just search my name. You can also go to my website. That's KristineKnowlton.com, and you can find out all the information there too.
Sweet. And are you having any upcoming shows?
Yes, I am. Tomorrow I will be in Edinburgh doing a show called Thirst Trap.
Ooh.
Which is going to be great. And also, may I mention it?
Yes, go right ahead.
Yes, I will be one of the acts on This Just In News Comedy Club tomorrow night.
Sweet. Awesome. Thank you so much, Kristine. And, that's how, me and my wife actually met the old-fashioned way. Craigslist. It was for Friends with Benefits. And she was just looking for free health care as well. She didn't get what she bargained for, obviously. She got me. So I'm quite the package, ain't I? Look at me. I'm on YouTube I'm pretending to be a general of comedy. Yeah, she won. All right, Vlad the Impaler apparently has inhaled the comedy tonight and is ready for the next comedian. So, our third comedian of the night tonight is Edward Ruben. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Hey, everybody. Hey, thank you, General Aaron. Thank you, Vlad. Oops, this background is offensive. There, that's much better. Yeah, because if I'm gonna be in a video, I want to be in a Monet shot. Was that a bridge too far?
Oh.
I was trying to make a good impression.
Oh.
Something to ponder. Anyway.
Oh.
I know it gets worse. My name is Ed Ruben. I'm here today because I took my engineering degree and I flushed it down the toilet because I wanted to be a comedian, make people tell funny and silly jokes. Now people are actually supposed to laugh at me. Hey, let's talk about 2019. 2019. Remember, it was like what, only 4 or 5 years ago? Yeah. Remember, escape rooms were hugely popular. People loved them. And then last year, we all lived in one. Help! How do I get out of here? Well, as you can tell by my jowls, I ate my way out. Yeah. I didn't even realize how overweight I'd gotten until I had a portrait done. Came back in landscape mode. I have got to lose weight. They charge double for panoramas. I finally got so concerned about my health that I saw a cardiologist. He seemed pretty good. And then I saw in the newspaper, I read that he got convicted of fraud.
Oh.
Now he's going to do a stint in jail. He seemed pretty nice when I saw him, but I think he just had arterial motives.
Oh.
Oh, God, I know. He wanted me to take a drug test. I said, hey, there's no need for that. I already know what I like. Flonase and baby aspirin get me through the day. Gotta try them. Hey, in hindsight, 2020 sucked. 2020 was so bad, people could not even go to church. Not even if they had vows they wanted to do. You couldn't even go to church. I got so upset about that. I finally called up the mayor of New York City. And I said, hey, you gotta start spreading the pews.
Oh.
I mean, by today, they've got to be 6 feet apart. New York. Leg kick.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, aren't you glad I didn't think I wanted to go into singing? A little bit more about myself. I am married. My wife is a cat person. I am a dog person. I tell her, you're just cooking it wrong.
Oh.
Now, my wife is not a bad cook. She's actually pretty good. She makes the best feline pie.
Oh.
No, it's the cat's meow. It's the cat's meow. Or what's left of it.
Oh.
When we got married, our wedding cake was just so beautiful. It had me in tears.
Oh. Oh.
A little bit about my love life. My love life is it's like a great Russian basketball player. Nothing but nyet. I I know. My wife says she wants to make love, but she's just stalling.
Oh.
I know. I told her to stop putting me on.
Oh.
Anyway, I just bought AAA insurance. Now I have to figure out how I'm going to protect the rest of my batteries. Anyway, you guys have been great. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Thanks, everybody.
Let's give it up for Ed Ruben, everybody. And Ed, where can we find you on social media?
Well, let's see. I'm on the Twitter at ESRuben, but a lot of times I don't even look at that thing because that's yikes. Anyway, but I still post it once in a while, and I'm on Instagram at ESRuben and on Facebook at you can look me up by Edward Ruben. So.
Sweet, go check him out. And he's actually going to be. You're doing any live shows soon or no?
Just some open mics locally. On Monday I'm at Woodham's, and on Tuesday I'm at Off the Hook. So those are just local things.
Sweet, awesome. Well, hey,
thank you.
Getting out there before the Delta shuts us all back down again, right?
Yeah, it's looking scary out there.
Yeah, I can see the storm coming. It's
not
fun. Oh my gosh, yes. And you, are you doing any shows in Russia? Because I think you might have a problem with half your set.
I could tell you about it, but then I'd have to. I won't finish the rest of that. It is a PG-13 show.
Yes, it is a PG-13 show, and congratulations. No one cussed tonight, so no one ended up being automatically the bomber tonight. Thank you so much. You made the editor's job so easy. Oh my gosh, you'd have to use a rifle if you told us. All right, Vlad the Inhaler, you have the toughest job of the game show. You have to tell me who's Joker Race first place, second, and third. And let's give all these comedians a big round of applause for playing tonight, for fun. And if you guys want feedback, please let me know after the show. I will get you feedback from the judge. Just give us a couple days to get that to you. Thank you. What? What? Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So now Vlad has typed to me an encrypted code words. Oh, I guess he works for the KGB. I totally agree. All right. So tonight's winner of Bombing Run Joker Race tonight is Ed Ruben. Let's give it up for him.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, Ed, we'll get back with me after the show, and we'll figure out. It'll be sometime in September, but we'll work it out with you. So thank you so much for playing.
Great.
And according to Vlad, it was very, very close tonight. It was very close between second and third, but the second place winner is Andy Tillinghast. Thank you for playing, Andy. You did an awesome job. I love the topical jokes. You were so cool. Thank you for playing. It was amazing. And like I said, if anyone plays this game, I love to have them back on. So come on back. You never know. It's not Vlad the Inhaler next time as the judge. So thank you for playing. And third place tonight, oh my gosh, it happens. Kristine Knowlton. She's so cool. I mean, she didn't mention her Cat Box comedy that's on Wednesdays. It's going to be on some Tuesdays, I think. That's a cool show. I've been on it. That's an awesome little kind of riffing kind of show, but that's so much fun. But thank you, Kristine, for playing and being such a good sport.
Thank you.
And let's give us one more big round of applause to Vlad the Inhaler for being a great judge. Thank you so much. Wow, I guess I'll take him back to the vape store and get him those peppermint vapes. I guess that's what he wanted. And a big round of applause to my co-producer, Sergeant of Arms. Thank you so much for making this show. It's so good. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for playing. And Bombing Run will not be on next week. We are taking a little mini break. We are switching the recording nights to Wednesdays. 2 weeks from now, Wednesdays. So I try to understand schedules, and I figured Wednesdays might be a better night for everybody to jump on. So, show will be on this Justin News Comedy Club YouTube channels on Fridays, but the recording nights will be on Wednesdays. So keep that in mind. If you want to play again, just let me know. But that was the show for tonight, guys. This has been an oddly funny production. Good night. Woo, 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 woo.
This has been an oddly funny production.